Okay, this is for you, Chopper, our Halloween play. These are your lines. All right, let's start off with scene one. Scene one. Remember, you are tired. You have been driving for about 8 hours, and you're going to stop at about 2 a.m. in the morning for some coffee. And the waitress, she says something about rough night, huh? And you agree with her. You say, yeah, long road ahead too. I'm headed to Chicago. Listen, repeat. Yeah, long road ahead too. I'm headed to Chicago. Chicago. All right? That's it for scene one. Everything else is body language. Let's go ahead and move on to scene two. You're driving, it's snowing, very cold. You see something up there. It looks like a hitchhiker. So you have the idea that you're going to stop. But first you say, what? What's that? You stop, you see her. You're like, oh my God, how are you even alive here in the snow? So, hey, are you okay? Do you need a ride? And she asks if you can take her home. And you say, of course, have a seat in the back. She gets in the back. And then from there, you ask her, what's your name? What's your name? And she tells you about where she lives, down by the bridge, in that house on the left, whatever. And you say, yeah, you know it. You know where she lives. You've seen that house before. And so, can you take her? Sure. You say, sure. You're lucky. I'm going that way. Okay. Now let's move on to, I think it's scene three now. Yeah, scene three. Okay, you're driving, there's an accident, you hit this bird, boom, feathers fly everywhere, and you can't believe it because that's the biggest bird you've ever seen. So you say, oh, that was the biggest bird I've ever seen. That was the biggest bird I've ever seen. And then you go to look in the back to make sure she's okay. You say, hey, are you okay back there? But she's not there. You're thinking, what? Well, where did she go? What? Where did she go? And that's it for scene three. Then we're going to move on to scene four. And you're going to go to her house. You're going to knock on the door. Her older mother answers the door and like, can I help you? And you say, yes, I picked up a girl tonight. Yes, I picked up a girl tonight. She said this was her home and that her name was Lily or Lila. See, you say it like that because you can't really remember everything. Can't remember. Lily or Lila, I don't know. Let's try it again. Yes, I picked up a girl tonight. She said this was her home and that her name was Lily or Lila. And then the mother goes on to say that my daughter, she died. a year ago. But you have the scarf, remember? And then you hold up the scarf and you say, impossible. And you're just looking at the scarf like, what? Who gave me this then? Who gave this to me, right? You're so surprised. Impossible. And then you hear the ghost. You hear that daughter. She says something and then thanks for the ride. But we don't know where she's at. You're like, whoa, who said that? Who said that? Then the scene cuts. Okay, Chopper, good luck. Please practice these lines at home and let me know tomorrow if you need any more help. Okay? See you later.